Welcome to Nostatus. I'm Shannon. We're here today with our guest,
Tlowe.
Twin. Winter.
So let's get straight into it. So, Tlowe,
What's going on?
tell us how you first got into music.
Well, I took singing lessons, you know what I mean, as a kid. My dad, he always put me in like classes, do you know what I mean, whether it was dance classes, swimming classes, you know, acting classes, do you know what I mean. So I guess singing was the first time I really like got into it, like doing something. But in terms of actually making, like, I used to write when I was like, you know, like when TDE and all the groups were first coming out, like the Odd Futures, you know what I mean. My school was just like completely enamored by that, so we made our own little crews in different classes and shit, you know what I mean? I was putting tunes on YouTube and like dissing each other or whatever, like, no, honestly, like, that's when I kind of got into it, you know what I mean? And that's when I kind of knew that I was better than my peers, do you know what I mean? I was actually like away from the crowd, like actually quite dope at it, do you know what I mean?
So you started off, you mentioned how you started off with singing.
Yeah.
At what point did you sort of make the transition to rapping? So were you singing for a long time first, or, you know?
I didn't really have an interest in singing. Do you know what I mean? I didn't have an interest in singing. I was just doing it just so I could, you know what I mean? Just stuff on the weekend, you know what I mean? Like, but in terms of like rapping is, you know, when I started doing, you know, you just know you're good at something the moment you just do it and you know, you just automatically, you know, you have something. That's what it was for me. That was like, you know, 16 when, you know, the crews are popping up and stuff like that, and like, you know, I'm sending for, you know, this guy, and I'm like putting shit together. And
Timmy at school didn't give me lunch money.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But it's like, I'm like, you know, I'm trying to be like my peers, you know what I mean? Not my peers, I'm trying to be like my idols, you know what I mean? I'm trying to rap like Kendrick, I'm trying to rap like Cole, I'm trying to rap like, do you know what I mean? So I'm trying to do the best impression of them, do you know what I mean? And then through that, you know, I find myself and I find my, you know what I mean, the way I like to rap and stuff, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I find that like even with battle rap, like from early on I was doing battle rap stuff and I didn't know it was battle, because before I even watched a battle, I was already scheming and I was already punching, I was already, you know, the person was the multi-syllabic rhymes, like I was doing all of that before I knew there was a place to actually do that, like where it's celebrated, do you know what I mean? Like some of my like earliest raps, like I listened back and I was like, I was onto something crazy, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man.
Where can people see any of your like battles? Because you mentioned that you battle, so where can people see
No
that?
Loose Chat, soon to be on Prem, and Art of Rap. Those are the leagues that I've been on so far.
Perfect, bar. So like, who would you say is your biggest influences growing up in terms of music?
Kendrick Lamar. You know what? Kendrick Lamar is definitely like my biggest, you know, inspiration. You know, doing music. Do you know what I mean? He was somebody like I wanted to like, cause he was like super about the body of work, and that's when I kind of got into the mindset of like bodies of work albums. Do you know what I mean? Rather than singles and stuff like that. We're trying to, you know, trend. So yeah, Kendrick Lamar for sure, and then, you know, everybody in TDE came with that, and everybody that worked with TDE came with that as well. You got Agent Icos and, you know, Mac Miller and you know, who's working with Schoolboy? You know, you know, there's people that around that camp, Don Kennedy. So anybody that was working, Danny Brown, like anybody that was working with them, I was branching out with, you know, working. So through Danny Brown, I found actually, Danny Brown's kind of like a lone wolf, but like through him I kind of found like A$AP Rocky and you know, and then
all of that's quite similar, isn't it?
Action Bronson, Joey Bad, it's so crazy. Like I realized I was young when somebody was asking me about like when I got into hip hop, I'm like, you know, Joey Bad, Action Bronson, Jake. They were like, what? I gave up on Nas. Like, you know,
that's what like our older brother used to always bang stuff like that, like Nas, Tupac. So we grew up listening to that more and more. In terms of like when I was like picking my own stuff, I remember, you know, hearing the same things that we were saying, like Black Millers and the that as well.
I remember when I first, like the hip hop thing, like rapping is different, but the hip hop thing, I know when I clocked that was Tupac. Like I had my mum bought me a disc of it was Ghetto Gospel and Running. You know what I mean? The single, you know what I'm saying? Like you had Ghetto Gospel, you flipped it and you listened to Running. I used to bang Ghetto Gospel so much on repeat, rewind. For some reason, something just clicked.
I remember buying that actually.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like bro, something was just spiritual in that moment where it was like, you know, I couldn't stop not listening. I just couldn't stop listening to this song.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just it was beautiful song. Like, do you know what I mean? But yeah,
that's hard, bro. What would you say is like your top 3 like favorite albums? Maybe not top 3, but some of your some of your top 3 favorite albums.
The Arc Android for sure by Janelle Monáe. Her first studio album.
No man, it's hard.
She's incredible, bro. But that album alone, that stands alone in terms of like albums, like, and her albums too. Like that album in itself stands alone. Like that is one of the most amazing bodies of work, like art pieces that I've ever heard. It sounds like you're watching a play. Do you know what I mean? You know how it starts with the audience, and then you know you hear the instruments coming in the background before she even says anything. Do you know what I mean? And then she starts off rapping. Like that's what was crazy.
Yeah,
like,
you don't expect it.
Fam, like you know what? You know it's a great single ever, but she starts off barring. And you're just like, damn. So from there you're already. Fam, I could talk about the album all day. You know what I mean? That's like my favorite album. And then To Pimp a Butterfly I think is the greatest rap album ever. Do you know what I mean? Like I think from start to finish, because I like bodies of work. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like bodies of work from start to finish. Yeah. Like it's the best. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't see anything better than it. Do you know what I mean? It's amazing. And then it's between a toss up between Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, and
proper old school with that. Taking it back in it.
Yeah. Like, I love What's Going On, and am I looking right? I feel like I'm moving this all over the place. What's Going On and damn. I guess I just have to say What's Going On. You know what I mean? What's Going On, Marvin Gaye, What's Going On. Like, yeah. That's, I don't even know. Like, if you haven't heard the album, you're fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you haven't heard the album, you just need to stop. You know, retire everything altogether. You know what I mean? It's over. Like,
you ready? You got a 10?
Yeah, bro. You know how it is. G.
Let's go.
I'll ask you 10 questions. You got to pick one artist. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you ready?
Yeah.
Right, Big or Tupac?
Tupac.
Lil Wayne or Drake?
Weezy.
Potty paper.
Weezy.
Coldest
Rain.
greatest puncher ever. Greatest puncher ever. I don't care what anyone says.
I don't care what nobody tells me.
Greatest puncher on my
Wayne every time, bro. You could have had a whole list and just said, I could have just said Wayne. You know what I mean? Just Wayne.
Potty paper or K Coke?
Potty paper.
Oh, alright. The Game or 50 Cent?
50.
AJ Tracy or Mo Stack?
Mo.
Kano or Gets?
Gets.
Avlino or Rich 32?
Fred 32.
Alright, I want to ask you this because I know they're your favourite. Kendrick or J. Cole?
Oh, Kendrick, man, come on.
Alright, you know what, yeah? I'm going to ask you, alright, 2 other questions. I'm just going to ask you. No, I'm just doing a rapper, I just wanted to know, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Rice in peace or jollof rice?
Oh, rest in peace.
Alright, one more thing, yeah, just no.
Just to make you suffer.
Yeah. I want, you know.
I know what I'm doing.
Plantain or plantain?
Plantain, man. Come on, man. Jamaican. Let's go. Caribbean out here.
What is it? Plantain or plantain?
It's plantain.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
Island. What is it, 18? What is it?
It's planting.
Come on.
Island.
Go on.
Island
For
thing.
1,000 years, and we'll never come to an agreement.
Hey, listen. I like it though. I like that that's what we're worried about. You know what I mean? Not actual things, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Alright, so round this up, bro. Do you want to tell everyone where to follow you on socials?
The Black Tlowe on everything. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. Tlowe on the music stuff. You know, the Spotify's, the Apple Music's, the whatever. And yeah, Battle Rap, Black T on YouTube, you know what I mean? Leagues, Prem, No Loose Chat, Art of Rap, Nebby Shreddy Wheat, you know what I mean? Clothing, JoJo's Cuffs, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's it for me.
One last thing, bro.
Yes.
What are your, let's say, 3 aspirations or goals that you have with your music?
Well, firstly, I wanna create something that kind of stands the test of time. Do you know what I mean? I wanna be a legacy act. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I wanna, make music, just excellent music. Yeah. Like that's what I'm focused on more so than anything. Do you know what I mean? Just the quality of it. Do you know what I mean? It has to be amazing. So I guess to shorten that, I guess. I want, my biggest goal is to have the best sounding quality music, you know, cement my, you know, legacy, you know, have a classic, you know, I mean, a few classics, but if I had one, then that's, you know, whatever. And to, yeah, shift the idea of what us as, you know, people in the UK, like, you know, actually listen to. I feel like the scene is kind of repetitive, redundant, whack. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I can, you know, you can go on Grand Daily, you see.
But
you
how
know,
are you gonna put your mark on that? How are you gonna make it Tlowe? What's gonna separate you?
The artistry, man.
You know?
The artistry. Because, you know, there are people that make music and there's artists, man. Like, there's like, you know, when you're an artist, everything matters. Your look, you know, the videos, the, you know, the stage performance, how you set your stage. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, even rapping without a backing track so people can hear your voice. Do you get what I'm saying? All of these things is what creates an artist, the vision, everything. Do you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people, they're making music, putting out music, going, you know, doing sing-alongs at their shows, and then busting out. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how are you making people feel inside? Do you know what I mean? Like, when people, for example, DMX RIP, like, he would do a bunch of performances and then end with a prayer. Do you know what I mean? Like, and, you know, halfway through he'll be like having sermons. Do you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that, where people are kind of like crying. Like, people are like, and then like, do you know what I mean? And then by the end of the show, they're crying. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Like, they're all growling and barking and shit, but by the end of the show, they're in tears and they're hugging their close ones, and they, you know, they left feeling like they felt something that day. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want to. That's how I want to change it. Do you know what I mean? People ain't feeling shit no more. You know what I mean? I want to make people feel stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard, bro. That's hard. That's hard.
Thank you.
Bro, to close out, I'm Winter.
Shannon.
Twin.
Twinter.
Fire, still. Follow us at Nostatus 100 on all socials as well, yeah? Alright, peace.